exits are to either side. If there is a fire alarm, please go both ways. If you're just using the exits normally, please only use that side because this side is our backstage area. Another thing is that we are fundraising for two chosen charities with this production. So there's Homeless Oxfordshire and there's Christmas for CANHS, who provide gifts for patients in child and adolescent mental health services over the holidays. We'll also be selling refreshments during the interval in any of those charities, and the interval will be about 20 minutes long. There'll be an announcement when the interval is starting, and then we'll kind of usher you back into the meeting track. Final thing, well, two final things. The show is being recorded tonight. There's a camera up at the back. It's angled so that basically it starts from the front. Those of you in the front row, the backs of your heads might be visible. I think I've checked with all of you about that, and we're okay with that. Anyone who's on this side, the microphone picking up sound is there, so if you wouldn't mind not talking during the scenes, that would be amazing. Please feel free to clap after songs. Laugh at jokes. We would really appreciate that. And final thing is that, as I'm sure many of you are aware of from the original Christmas Carole, Tiny Tim Cratchit is a very sickly child, and he coughs quite a lot, and I'd like to just reassure you the coughing is acting. He's fine. Everyone's been tested, so don't worry if he coughs at you. He will be over here, he's not going to cough in your faces, but it's all part of the show. Okay, so enjoy the show. I hope everyone has a really good time. Thank you.
But it does have a different name. It's called A Christmas Carole.
Yes, A Christmas Carole. The name of the book.
Does your script have an E at the end of Carole?
No.
Oh no, you've got the wrong script.
No, I haven't. It's very accurate to the book.
But we're not doing a show that's accurate to the book. We're doing A Christmas Carole.
Yes, I know.
No. This is not an adaptation. This is not a serious play. This is, and I'm sorry to tell you this, Charlie, a light entertainment show.
Jamie, are you telling me we're not doing a loyal adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carole?
No, not in the slightest. We're going to really take the mick out of it. We're going to rip it to shreds.
But why?
It's just what people do, isn't it?
No, it's not. Anyway, you're not setting a good example.
Example? For who?
For them.
Them?
No, for them.
Who on earth are they?
Oh, be nice. They're our junior narrators.
We're really excited to be here.
Yeah, of course, we've got loads of great ideas.
Well, I do.
Shh.
Do what?
Repeat that Marley's dead. Everyone knows that Marley's dead. Everyone knows the story. Marley's dead. It's a bunch of ghosts. Scrooge hates Christmas, but then he learns it's great. It's a great feel-good movie.
It's not a movie, it's a book.
I was thinking of the Muppets version.
I'm ignoring you now. Scrooge knew he was dead. Of course he did. How could it be otherwise? Marley and he were partners for I don't know how many years.
Shouldn't we not be getting to the start of the scene?
But he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge.
You don't need to describe who Scrooge is. Everyone knows who Scrooge is. A Scrooge is literally a word that describes who Scrooge is. The person we're meant to be introducing is his niece.
Scrooge doesn't have a niece.
He does in this version. Her name, Carol.
Please, don't tell me that the entire basis of your script is someone mishearing A Christmas Carole as someone's name.
I will admit it's a flimsy basis for a parody, but we're doing it anyway. Now, Carol loves Christmas.
All right. Have it your way, but at least narrate properly.
Fine. You lot, take notes. Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house.
Christmas. Everyone wants the day off, and everyone thinks that I should extend their loans just because it's Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
This is his nephew, not his niece.
His niece is also there. There are two of them, Fred and Carol.
Humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry?
Uncle, Christmas is great. You've got to enjoy it. You've got no choice. Everyone else does.
What, I should enjoy things just because everyone else does?
Oh, Uncle, you really are a lonely soul. Come to my Christmas Eve party this evening. I'm sure you'll have a great time.
And my party on Christmas Day, which will be even more fun.
It's not a competition, Carol.
Maybe not, but everyone is going to have such a wonderful time. They'll have to.
After you force them to give up their Christmas Day, they won't have a choice.
Exactly, and neither does Uncle.
You keep Christmas in your way, let me keep it in mine.
But Uncle, you don't keep a Christmas. You don't give presents, you don't sing carols, you don't do anything Christmassy. You're not keeping Christmas at all.
Well, those things are needed for Christmas. Christmas is just a day once a year. It barely needs keeping at all.
I think I would rather die than not celebrate Christmas.
If you'd rather die, you better do it to decrease the surplus population.
Goodness me, Uncle. I don't know why you get so upset by all this. Fred will be at your Christmas party, both me and Uncle.
I will not be coming.
Yes, you will, Uncle. You're just being boring, and you can't be boring at Christmas.
Right, well, I hope I'll see you both later then.
Yay! Christmas saved! Oh, and I assume you've given Bob the day off, Uncle?
No choice, did I? I was expecting it, but I'm not paying him for it.
You can't expect him to keep working, Uncle. With the job you have him doing, he must be tired to the bone.
His job isn't to be tired. His job is to do what I say and get on with it, no complaining. I pay the man's wages, I decide what the man does with his time.
But Uncle, it's
has to be sort of annoying to start with. So, what happens next? That's Scrooge in his house, isn't it?
No, it's Carol in her house. Don't tell me you've given the original script to a bunch of actors.
I really hope not.
Oh, joy.
It's not merry enough. Hidden.
Carol's heart is not far away, so she tells us every day, as we're since the middle of May.
When the day is dawning on a frosty winter's morning, I need you all to be here, and my bubbles for all to see there each December morning.
Here we go again.
With my Santa hat,
Does this never end?
you had 6 months warning. Where's that tinsel at? This is the way I run my Christmas. Anyone who don't like it like this must be my uncle and just hate Christmas. But one day I'll change his mind.
This is the way she runs her Christmas. Every year she won't ask us what we think about all the fuss, or if we want to be here.
Well, of course you want to be here.
We really don't want to be here.
Why wouldn't you want to be here?
This is festive agony.
Hear the church bells ringing. Those are Christmas carols they're singing. It's the festive spirit. Come on now, you all know the lyrics. Just along the high street.
Oh, please don't know.
There's a Christmas tree.
Oh, please don't know.
And it keeps me going through my shopping spree. This is the way I run my Christmas. Anyone who don't like it like this must be my uncle and just hate Christmas. But one day I'll change his mind.
This is the way she runs her Christmas. Every year she won't ask us what we think about all the fuss, or if we want to be here.
Well, of course you want to be here.
We really don't want to be here.
Why wouldn't you want to be here?
This is festive agony.
Oh, it's Christmas! I'm so excited! Uncle is going to have such a wonderful time at the party tomorrow. Better have a wonderful time. Nothing can spoil my mood on this Christmas Eve night.
Carol Scrooge do not respect the holidays that you so claim to love. You focus on singing and presents and parties instead of the true meaning of Christmas.
Having a good time.
Right, let's try a different way. No one likes you.
Everyone likes me. That's the most horrible thing I've ever heard. You just...
And they think you're annoying.
Oh my gosh, that's horrifying. That's the most terrifying thought. What must I do to change this?
Change it? You think you can change?
Please, Spirit, you must tell me. If people think I'm annoying, oh my God, they won't invite me to parties. Please, Spirit, you must help me.
That was easier than I expected.
Spirit, you must save me.
Okay. You will come with me and see the people that you have wronged.
Yes, I'll do whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Are you always this melodramatic?
It's a slight family problem.
I'll get used to it. We better be going.
Yes, Spirit, thank you. How can I ever?
You can stop now. I've agreed to help.
Oh, great. Let's go.
When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark that, looking out of bed, he could scarcely distinguish the transparent window from the opaque wall of his chamber.
Yeah! Scrooge is waking up, and it's dark, and terrible, and mysterious. Ooh.
That really doesn't set the mood the way you think it does.
Why? Isn't it possible I slept through the whole day and far into another night? At the hour itself, and nothing else? No spirit riding to wake me? What nonsense.
Oh, you're Scrooge, right?
Who are you? Where are you?
I'm behind you.
Oh! Who are you? Are you the spirit whose coming old Marley foretold to me?
That I am.
Who and, what?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past? You don't seem so grand as that.
Oh, I am very old and very, very tired. Oh, and there's a lot of Christmas past to keep track of. Oh, it used to be just the one day celebrated, just the 25th, then we're done. Oh, now Christmas Eve needs a party that had in people's work parties and days off for shopping and getting together with your friends on a random Saturday beforehand because it's the only day everyone can do. Every year there's more of Christmas, which means there's more for me to do.
And, why are you here? Darkening my doorstep.
Yeah, it seems someone has decided that your past is important.
That's all.
Oh, well, someone might have told me, but I think I slept through it. Oh, I have to show you some things and then I'll pass you on to the next ghost. More and more for me to do.
Are you quite well?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm Christmas. Oh, come, walk with me.
we're just going to have to tell them that... Emily, are you listening to me?
Bob, where are the children?
Do you think this... Sorry. Do you think this story's missing something?
What could it possibly be missing? It's one of the oldest and most beloved stories of all time.
Yeah, but that means the plot's quite old, doesn't it? Not as exciting as modern adventures.
Go on then. What problems have you found in the works of Charles Dickens, oh great literary analyst?
Junior narrators, what does this story need?
Action,
Romance.
a rabbit.
No! None of those. Clearly, you haven't been doing your junior narrator homework, have you? Come back when you have some better ideas. Go on, shoot. No, the point is, there's no villain, no conflict.
The conflict is he doesn't like Christmas.
Yeah, but that gets boring, doesn't it?
So I suppose there's a villain in your version, is there?
Ah, well, yes. I must admit, I haven't got anything in particular in mind at the moment. But I don't have to be constructive, I'm a critic.
All right. So next time we do some narration, why don't you work out who you think the villain is going to be?
Thanks, I will.
As the spirits spoke, they passed through a wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. The city had entirely vanished.
Heavens, I was bred in this place. I was a boy here.
Your lip, it's trembling. Are you crying?
No, it's that magic of yours. It doesn't agree with me.
I'm sure you. You reflect the way.
Scrooge, you idiot boy! What are you doing? My old schoolmaster. Dreadful fellow. You couldn't say anything without him telling you how your thinking was wrong and you were wrong and stupid for having said it. I'd like to walk up to him and tell him just how much he affected me as a child.
Oh, you can't hit him. You can't interact with anyone here.
No, I want to shake his hand. His cruelty and sternness made me the man I am today. Can you really not see me?
He's naught but shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
You know, I think I preferred you before you started getting all flowery when you were speaking.
Of course you did. Why don't we have a look around, see if we can't find what we're here for?
Spirit, I feel you must have gotten lost.
No, Carol. These are the memories of the one you hurt most with your abundance.
But there's no one about. Oh, look at the decorations. It must be Christmas. Everyone's off having fun.
The school is not quite deserted. A solitary child neglected by his friends remains his home.
What are you crying over, boy?
I've been left alone, sir. My father didn't want to get me.
Well, that's life. Better get used to it.
I didn't even get a letter, sir.
B! How's that for a letter? Be quiet and get on with your work.
But it's Christmas, sir.
Christmas is but one day of the year. That's all it needs to be. What's Christmas to you but a day for paying bills without money and finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer?
But, sir, I'm 7 years old. I don't even work.
Well, you should! Bah, child labor laws are ruining this country. Remarkable man.
Who is that man? No. My uncle hates Christmas. He'd never want to come home for Christmas. This little boy loves Christmas. He'd have to go through horribly upsetting times to be like uncle. Which is impossible at Christmas. I don't know how to tell you how stupid you are.
That was a good Christmas.
Oh, really? Tell me more about how great this Christmas spent all alone was.
Well, I read all his books, didn't I? Got loads of work done. It was splendid.
Quite.
Did you say something?
It appears we have a problem. There seems to be another spirit here.
Oh, so you're not the only one then?
No. Did you think you were the only person so special as to be visited by a spirit?
Yes.
You are truly unbelievable.
Thank you. Anyway, I don't understand what the point of all this is.
Well, the point is that your uncle isn't happy. Christmas isn't making him happy just by being Christmas. Anyway, the other part of the point is here.
I've come to bring you home, dear brother. To bring you home.
Who's that?
Scrooge's sister? Your mother. Do you not recognize your own mother?
Fran, we're going home. You seem to be happy to be leaving your books.
I'd better books at home. Don't try and make this some lesson of peace and love.
I fear you're missing the point of this entire evening.
Home for good and all. We're to be together all the Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world.
See, that's what I've been saying to Uncle, so I am right.
Bring down Master Scrooge's box there. This is a bad idea, Scrooge. You'll never amount to anything if you leave now.
Yes, sir.
You are worthless, and I hope you know that.
I do, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, off you go, you little brat.
Have a good holiday, sir.
It's not a holiday. We call it a vacation for a reason.
Look, can't you see that you understand that he's happy just to be spending time with his sister, not because of presents or anything like that?
Fine. Maybe that sort of stuff isn't important to some people, but it's fun and it's good and it doesn't hurt anyone. Spirit 0, Carol 1. Ugh.
Fine. I enjoy spending time with my family, but they have none of this incessant Christmas spirit that you seem to think I should have. Come on, let's leave.
Oh, you are a confusing man, Mr. Scrooge.
Save Christmas! Yay!
We've got to make it so that Dad doesn't have to work, and then he can stay home and celebrate with us.
It's gonna be the best Christmas ever! What's the actual plan? Right, so we make it so Dad doesn't have to work. So therefore, he's not working and can stay home. So therefore, he's at home to celebrate Christmas with us!
It's so simple.
Brilliant.
But what are we going to do? Right. Mad idea, but what if we got Dad fired? That is genius! That would work so well!
Definitely wouldn't have to work tomorrow.
As great as that would be, don't you think he'd just be a bit annoyed to be fired? Don't be silly, Dad hates his job. Yes, but jobs are still... Oh, never
yes, hello. My name's Ebenezer. Where's your father, lass?
Well, he had to work, so he sent us to the party alone.
I'm sorry, did you say alone? My poor dear. No one should have to work on Christmas.
That's what we said. But his boss is a right prick. A wrinkly, ugly, old prick.
Bit harsh?
All right, my dears. Why don't you come with me and I'll give you some good food to fill you up. If your father has to work all night, we'll take good care of you here.
Good idea, Mr. Fezziwig. All right, children. Come along.
Excuse me, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just waiting for my friend to return. They're very sweet. They should be back. Wait, I didn't think people were allowed to see me.
Well, of course people see you. It's a party. I'm Val.
Oh, my name's Carol.
Miss Carole, hi. Hello. I don't know if you remember me, but you work with my father.
Yes. Well, I was just talking to Belle here. As I was saying, my name's Carol.
I need to talk to you. It's really important. I need you to come over here with me to this random corner right now.
Good luck, Carol.
All right, kids, what's going on? Where is my ghost? Why are you in the past, too?
So your ghost is just doing, ghost stuff. Completely normal. I need to talk to you about, presents.
You have my attention.
Excuse me, Miss Bell? I was just wondering if you could come and talk to my grandfather over there. He's very lonely.
Oh, of course. Let's go.
Oh no! Did you see that? I didn't realize children could be so cruel, putting Scrooge face to face with his old flame after what she did. I didn't tell the kids they broke up. Oh, this is going to be horrible. Christmas? You might want to go save your guy. Christmas! Oh wait, you're still frozen. Well, I guess we'll just have to watch things unfold.
Hello, mister.
Leave me alone, boy. I'm Belle.
Oh, hello. Have we met?
No, sorry. You just look like my fiance.
Oh, well, I'm engaged myself. For the moment.
For the moment, aren't those things normally like forever things?
I think you'd better run along, lad.
Thank you so much. I didn't know what to say. It's just, my Ebenezer can be so frustrating. He was always so wonderful to me, but since the engagement, he's changed. Spent all his time at the office. I can't think why. It's all the money, I suppose. I feel like I hardly see him anymore. You know, he wasn't even going to come to this party tonight. He says, what's Christmas but a time for paying bills without money? Can you imagine talking like that?
Well, have you talked to him about it? I'm sure he has good reasons. Maybe he cares about you and wants you to have a good life, Belle.
I know. I wish I knew what was in his head. I've tried to talk to him, but he's just too busy. I can't go on like this any longer. I thought telling him on Christmas would soften the blow.
I suppose you tell him tomorrow, then he'll always have Christmas Day to cheer him up.
Yes, obviously. You can't be sad at Christmas.
I really should meet my niece someday. She's in a second. Ah, there's my niece right there. And you, boy, you're false son. Spirit, what is going on?
Now, there's no need
taking Carol and we're leaving.
So we can't stay for the party?
No, we cannot. Everything has gone completely wrong. I'm swapping out and you're the next ghost problem now. We're leaving.
Oh, I guess we better get going too.
Oh, you're wet too.
Oh, I was never frozen. I was just asleep.
What do we do now, Xmas?
Well, they'll be changing ghosts now. I think it's time we bring in some reinforcements of our own.
What just happened?
You mean that wasn't you?
No, I've got my own plots for this, and they're not that stupid.
I mean,
Hey!
can you blame me? You said you wanted a villain, and now this new plot appears with some weird ghost.
Hey, ghosts are allowed to be weird? It's 1861.
I suppose we can't blame them for being a little batty. I mean, can you imagine being stuck as you are now for all eternity?
What do we do to get this back on track?
Well, this ghost isn't great, but they do have to change over now, don't they? Hopefully the next ghost will be a little more responsible.
Yes, you're right. It's all going to be okay. Let's just watch.
Let's go back to the party. Let's go back to the party. Go back to the party. Back to the party. Party, party.
Oh my God! Will you shut up? You weren't even invited to that party. They didn't want you there, and it wasn't even a real party. It was just a memory. I mean, why would you want to go back?
Because it was a party, and people have fun at parties. Instead of like you, where all I've had is someone nagging me and complaining all the time when I'm just being a good person.
You are not a good person. The entire point of what's happening here is that you are not a good person.
Well, that's very judgmental. And judging people is mean, so I'm not going to stand here and be lectured by a mean person.
You didn't even care that I was stuck and frozen. You just wandered about, ruining everything.
I was helping a child. And I did care. I was very worried. But did you ask about that? No, you just marched us off before I could say anything and show how caring I am.
You know, I've been doing this job for thousands of years, and you are honestly the stupidest, most self-centered human I have ever had to work with.
Thank you.
That's it. I can't deal with you anymore. I'm swapping out.
Thank you.
Good luck improving your life.
Wait, I don't know where I'm going. Or where I am. Or if I am anywhere exactly. Maybe if I just walk in a random direction, I'll find out. Maybe I can find that party again.
Now that's an interesting idea.
Hello? Do you know where I'm supposed to be going?
Well, I'm not too certain. That depends on where you've been.
Oh, I've been all over. I went to my uncle's childhood and then his young adulthood, so I assume I'm supposed to be going to his presenthood. Which is weird because I thought this was my adventure, but it's been all about uncles so far.
You talk a lot, don't you, miss?
Yes, always. Good to keep the conversation going.
And how often do you let others talk?
I feel that this is a trick question, and the minute I start talking, you use it against me.
You already started talking.
Aha! I bet you're another ghost, aren't you? Here to make me feel bad about being cheerful and excited about Christmas.
I am. Ghost of Holidays present at your service. Now,
by this point you'd have had some sort of affecting, dramatic revelation, but I'm assuming that hasn't happened.
No, not true. As I tried to tell that previous ghost multiple times, I have realized that my uncle does enjoy Christmas, and therefore I need to work harder to make sure he enjoys this Christmas.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Why don't we head off and see where we end up?
Look, Scrooge, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Leave me. Help me no longer. Take me back.
I can't. There's rules we have to follow as ghosts. This whole night's been planned out by our boss. He makes the rules. We always have to do the same thing so that the next spirit...
No! No, next spirit. I don't want to do this anymore. Tell your boss he's a cruel man and that he can't do this to me.
I can't. Oh, I have to teach you a very important lesson to improve your life. It's profound. It's important.
You have a very high opinion of yourself. Everything I say is profound and therefore I'm really important. Is that really how you think of yourself?
Yes.
I'm going back home to bed at once.
But how do you do that without someone to show you the way?
Fine. Bring out this next spirit. I can only hope they're more reasonable.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, I hope you get on better with them than you do me.
Christmas pet. This is amazing. We hardly ever get to see each other.
That is on purpose.
Oh, and you must be Scrooge. I hope you've been treating my dear sibling well.
We're not actually related.
We are sort of. Anyway, lots to do, lots of people to see. Well, they won't see you, will they? Unless someone messes up again. Isn't that right, Cass?
That was not my fault.
Sure. You can tell the boss all about it in a bit. He wants to talk to you. Now, Mr. Scrooge, I'm the ghost of Christmas present. I will be your guide for the next hour or so.
Oh joy, aren't I lucky?
Yes! That's the spirit. Get it? Get it excited. The spirit, I'm a ghost. Oh my god, okay. Anyway, we must be moving on. Past, I will see you next Christmas.
I really hope not.
Oh.
Okay then, children. Are you ready to be the second coolest ghost in the world?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, cool. When do we get to meet the first coolest ghost in the world?
Well, you have met them. It's me. I'm the coolest ghost in the world. Either way, I'd like you to meet my ever so slightly less attractive younger sibling, the ghost of Xmas present.
Sorry, my timing's always a little bit off. Hello everyone, it is I, the ghost of Xmas present.
Yeah, Pastor's introduced you already.
Oh, great, cool, so I didn't get to do my own entrance. That's fine.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Christmas present.
Xmas present!
Sorry, we just really love Christmas.
We know.
Remember, we are Xmas, which is Christmas, but colder.
Anyway, time to continue the plan.
No, you don't get to be in this bit. This is my time. I'm doing the presenty bit. You've done the pasty bit.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing. Holidays and Christmas are interfering.
Oh, they what?
The boss has given them each a special mission for the two Scrooges.
Oh, that's not fair. They always get the special missions, while we get told, sorry, come back next year.
Well, maybe it's a good thing then. Maybe they could help us save Christmas.
No, children. If they're about, it puts everything in jeopardy. You see, the ghosts of Christmas and holidays are not as nice as you think. They just do whatever their cruel boss tells them, and they wouldn't appreciate us breaking the rules for our
cool. I'm in.
Yay! Let's cause some chaos.
I cannot believe we lost them.
Oh, everything's going to go wrong. The goose is going to burn.
You know, that's not what we should be worrying about right now, Emily.
I can worry about multiple things at once, Bob. Luke, they can't have gone far. We just need to figure out why they would have run away.
They haven't run away.
You don't think I said something stupid? That I upset them?
No, Emily, I don't.
Oh, I'm so cruel to them all the time. They must have finally gotten fed up and gone. They don't love me anymore.
Emily, this really isn't helpful.
Oh, you're right. I need to be strong for my children. Focused. Determined.
Exactly, we'll find them.
I will search all night. I will go into every home I need to. Comb through every nook and cranny until I find them.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful either, but it may be better than what we had before, so let's stick with that chatting. Right, where would they have gone?
Perhaps I can help you with that.
Sorry. Who are you?
A friend. Here to help you.
Right, help would be lovely, but usually when someone offers their help, they also offer their name.
We're looking for our children. We don't really have time for this.
Oh, no. Look, I am here to help you.
Yes, you said that already. But who are you?
Now, that is the question.
The question we've been asking, yes. Can you tell us the answer?
You're taking all of the fun out of this. You've completely spoiled my atmosphere.
We're trying to find our children.
You want to find your children, yes? But do you know where they might have gone? Why they would run away on Christmas Eve of all nights?
No, obviously not.
That's why we're looking for them.
Perhaps you need to learn a little bit about your children. See Christmas as they do.
What are you on about?
I am no ordinary person, Mr. and Mrs. Cratchit. For I am the ghost of Yuletide past.
What?
I am here to take you on a journey to discover all of your greatest follies and help you improve.
What?
So that come the morning, your relationships and your lives will be better.
What?
Will you join me on this journey, Bob and Emily Cratchit?
No! Son off! We have children to find.
And go home. You're clearly drunk.
This always works for the other ghosts.
gone so far?
Awful. They're trying to show me how Christmas can be sad by showing me how much you enjoyed it.
How strange. They're trying to show me how wonderful Christmas can be by showing me how much I hate it.
Weird. Maybe they should swap.
Oh no! Christmas and holidays have teamed up and they got here before us. Looks like we're going to have to get cracking straight away.
What do you want us to do?
Wow, this is Scrooge's nephew's party. What do people normally do at a party?
Ooh, games.
Yeah, everyone plays games.
Exactly. And games are super fun. So here's what we're going to do. Everybody got that?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, spread out. I'll make sure they're able to see and hear you, but they're not going to think anything of you being here.
Cool. Right, well, it doesn't look like my family is so... anyone want to play a game? Anyone got any ideas?
Scrabble. 20 questions.
20 questions!
20
questions!
Well, it seems that someone's very enthusiastic about 20 questions.
Right, you are, Clara.
Ooh, I know one.
Well, quick, tell me. Oh, that is a good one. No giving away, lad. Right, ask your questions.
Is it a bird?
No.
Is it a fish?
Nah. Insect.
Some sort of mammal?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Could have been an insect.
Is it a creature that lives in the city?
Yeah, most of the time.
Is it something you might keep as a pet?
I wouldn't want to see you try.
Oh, so it's an unwanted creature then?
Oh, very much so.
Is it cruel?
Almost invariably.
Ugly?
Little bit.
Is it a rat? A pig?
Pigs don't live in the city.
Oh, a pigeon! Pigeons aren't mammals.
I reckon it's a slug.
I don't know. It could be a snail.
No, the snails are cute. They're not ugly.
They're exactly the same as slugs, they just have shells.
Well, either way, I'm not entirely sure they count as mammals.
Wait, I've got it. It's an unwanted creature that spends its time in the city. It's your sister.
That's not why I have that's so good.
Oh! Is your uncle Ebenezer?
Yes! What?
Oh, this is a bit where I come in.
Fred! Carol, what are you doing here? Wouldn't you like to know? How dare you say that? You think I'm unwanted? Cruel? Ugly?
That's what upset you the most.
Uncle, I didn't think you were coming.
Well, Carol insisted I come, but I'm getting fatigued now, so we should go. Carol, none of this is real. Let's just leave.
He called you unwanted, Uncle.
Yes, I've heard worse.
From who?
From you. Look, you shouldn't waste any more time with them. I've told you before, Christmas is pointless anyway.
No, Uncle, wait, please stay. I was just trying to have a laugh with my friends. I didn't mean to make you upset.
I insult people all the time, Fred. It's wrong with me to judge you for it. But you upset your sister, so we should go.
Since when do you care about someone being upset?
Yeah, you're mean. You're horrible.
You both are.
They're right. You're horrible to everyone. You don't get to take the moral high ground now.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, children, time we up the chaos.
Right. They're ruining everything! Why are they here?
Now I think it's time we all left.
No, Matthew, they should be allowed to stay.
No, we should just leave. It'll be easier for everyone.
This is my house. You cannot keep my family out of my house.
Or we can just keep arguing. That also works.
Can we do something about this?
Oh, it could be an excellent teaching moment.
Oh, this is going great.
It's not over yet. One more push.
Well, let's get them a bit more excited.
What are you doing?
Now, let's all call the fuss.
Don't touch her.
Leave her alone.
Get rid of them. Kick them out.
Look, everyone just needs to calm down.
You're ruining the party.
I'm not ruining the party. It's those kids again.
Now!
Oh, Uncle! How dare you?
I don't want this to turn into a fight. If we all could just...
What do you think you're doing?
wanted?
There was a fight in the middle of a dream sequence, and
Yeah.
the ghost.
Yeah, it's all gone wrong.
How do we even begin to fix this?
Okay. I have a 4-part plan. I've really outdone myself this time. It's a plan so perfect, so well constructed that every part works seamlessly with the others. It's a plan that will get us out of all this mess.
Tell me, please.
1 part lime juice. 1 part Cruncho. 2 parts tequila.
Bugger.
Tell me again. What happened?
I don't know. I thought I knew, but I don't.
Oh, we can't let them derail the entire show.
Well, they already did. We can't really stop them.
No. Can we do anything at this point?
What do you mean?
I mean, is there any point us being here? If we don't know what's going to happen, then we can't narrate it. How can we be narrators if we can't narrate?
Wow. Deep.
More wine.
Yes, let us wine.
We shall wine.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Look, I've been dealing with ghosts all night. Could you just leave me alone?
I'd like to do that, but you're not the person I'm meant to be with, so I'm a bit confused as to what's meant to be happening.
Alright, if I'm not the person you're supposed to be dragging around this unearthly plane and at some ungodly hour of the night, I might add, then why don't you just go away and bother the person you aren't supposed to be bothering?
Well, you are meant to have a ghost with you, and you are meant to be learning a lesson. So, who knows what's meant to be happening in this sort of situation?
I know. You leave me alone, and you let me get on with my life. You were with Carole, weren't you? Would it help if I said that is exactly what she would say to do in this situation?
Oh, it's what Carole would say. Well, then it's the exact opposite of what I should do.
Fine. What do you think we ought to do?
I don't know. This is way beyond my pay grade.
You have pay grades as ghosts.
Yeah, and getting promoted is no easy task. I worked very hard to be where I am today.
What were you for?
There's no time for that. We need to find somebody who knows exactly what's going on here and can tell me exactly what to do.
Who?
My boss. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get along just great.
No, I don't want to go on! Did we know they had a boss?
Well, they mentioned a boss a couple of times, but I just thought it was a throwaway joke.
You're a throwaway joke.
Ah, good one. That's very good. I sleep now. Ooh.
Are you okay?
I think they're dead. What? No. They can't be dead. What are we going to do?
Don't worry. We can take over. It'll be fine.
Right. Yes, maybe it's just an exercise to see how well we handle the pressure.
Well, either way, no point why
to learn from you doing the doing.
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
Oh, I hope not.
Be quiet. Never get this chance again.
What chance?
The chance. The big chance. You 3, you are going to narrate a scene.
We are.
They are?
They are. Now, you need to come down here to the front of the stage.
And make sure to use your impressive voice.
You need to really set the scene.
Now, we will be watching you. We will be watching you, right?
Yeah, of course we'll be watching from backstage, in the dark, with our eyes closed.
Well, good luck, little ones. Yeah.
Set it up.
Right then. Is everyone ready?
I think so. Do we know what we're going to say though?
Well, we haven't got long. This interlude could end at any moment. As Christmas Eve continued to pass, young Carole knew that things had gone very, very wrong.
Her previous visitors had tested her compassion and her empathy. Her newest companion was testing her patience. Oh, thank you. I was working on it in the interval, just in case.
She was not ready for the way her night would turn, nor the lessons she would have to learn.
Rhyming? Really?
But she must learn without delay, for soon approaches Christmas Day.
What are you even laughing about? There wasn't even a joke.
But it's Christmas! This was not comforting to Carole, not at all.
While she still loved Christmas, the idea she shared an interest with this ghost made the idea of that love difficult, upsetting.
She could not see the end to her time of anguish. And to get away was her only wish.
That does not scan at all. Why wouldn't I be happy at Christmas?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe because you screwed up. You've done your job wrong. And you're with me when you shouldn't be. Believe me, what I'm learning tonight is people can be very unhappy at Christmas when I'm around.
Oh, you are too hard on yourself. What we need is more fun. Surely that is the way to make Christmas better for all.
Yes, I am aware of that, but that's not helpful to me. I chased off holidays past, and now I'm trying to connect with people in a different way. You are... Stop laughing!
Oh, but it's Christmas. A great day that all must enjoy.
I do enjoy Christmas. That's not the point.
Look, why don't I show you exactly why Christmas is so wonderful? See? Doesn't it make me so much happier?
No!
Excellent. Let's get moving on. We are visiting the Cratchits.
No, I've seen enough of those little terrors tonight. Thank you very much.
The Cratchit family really knows how to keep Christmas, you'll see. They find joy and love in every moment of it. Tim! Peter!
Martha, Belinda, where are you?
Oh, it's all gone wrong. What if we can't find them, Bob?
We will find them, I promise. We can't let them be alone at Christmas.
Spirit, I don't think things are going well for them.
Each moment of the day, they seize the Christmas spirit and spend it together as a family.
Their children are missing!
And they're happy throughout it all.
Spirit, I really don't think this is what's supposed to be happening. doing, wherever they've taken the kids. It's ruined everything. How did Christmas go so wrong?
More Christmas! Let's get moving!
I can really understand why people hate me now!
Hi, boss. Sorry to interrupt, but you're never going to believe this.
You're back early, and he's not dead.
Am I meant to be?
No, boss, this is Ebenezer Scrooge.
You were not assigned Ebenezer Scrooge. You were assigned Carol Scrooge.
Yes, I know, but it just, happens sometimes that...
You messed up already.
Sure. Pat, you're here?
Yes, I'm the next appointment. Here to discuss my retirement. Ebenezer.
Spirit, I can put in a good word for you if you need it.
Thank you.
You are not here to discuss your retirement. You are here to discuss how much you all failed this evening.
Now wait a second.
Look, this doesn't concern you. Listen here, Christmas parts. You work for me, remember? So you do as I say.
Can't expect the work to continue forever. My poor friend here must be tired to the bone.
The job is not to be tired. The job is to do as I say. No complaining.
You truly are an awful person. And believe me, I'm very familiar with being awful.
That's rich coming from you. But maybe this lesson is going rather well. I'll consider that in the review. Anyways, holidays, how did you end up with the wrong Scrooge?
Well, so, we were at the Christmas party. I was with Carol. Christmas present was with Scrooge. And, then, it was a funny story, honestly. It all just went wrong.
How do you mean it all just went wrong?
Paz, you're here?
Yes, I'm here. Gladys called and said you're interrupting a meeting and you needed to be picked up.
Well, it's going to be fine now. You can leave.
Anyway, saying everything just went wrong isn't really an excuse now, is it?
Sorry. I swear, Christmas present was there and...
Ah, so we're blaming this on Christmas present.
No, boss, please, I'm so sorry. The Xmas ghosts,
The Xmas ghosts?
Yeah, past and present, they were both there. They had the Cratchit kids ruin the experience.
The Cratchit children aren't set to be learning a lesson this Christmas, and I haven't sent the Xmas ghosts on a mission.
I'm terribly sorry. What exactly does this mean for me?
It doesn't mean anything, Scrooge. I think we will have to deal with this.
Exactly. Leave this to the professionals. Holidays, take Scrooge here back to where he's meant to be and leave him for his next ghost. Then you can join your companions here in figuring out how this tremendous oversight has come about. We cannot have unruly ghosts running amok!
I don't think they were being unruly, they just wanted to cause a bit of mischief.
I don't care if all they did was swat a fly. If I haven't told them to go out, they should be here working and doing as I say! Now go, before I have you all demoted.
I'm not sure demotions are too bad.
which will extend your employment another 2,000 years.
We're leaving.
Gladys, put the office on lockdown. Everyone works until I tell them to stop.
That party was amazing. Did you see her face? She looked so annoyed.
Oh, that definitely showed her.
Wait, sorry. I'm just a little bit confused. What did we do all that for?
Well, she's a horrible person, and now something horrible will happen to her.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I had a great time. I called her ugly.
That may have been taking things a bit too far.
But how does doing any of that help get Dad off work?
Yeah. All we've done is make Carol angry.
And when Carol's angry, she's not a better person.
You see, well, the way it works is...
They were trying to teach her a lesson, to make her a better person and more reflective of what she's done. We put a stop to that.
Right. That seems like the exact opposite of what we'd want to happen.
You absolute idiot!
I thought we wanted the lesson to stop.
We did, but we didn't want the kids to know.
What's going on?
No matter. Let's just move on with the plan.
We've messed things up so much.
And we can still do more? More chaos?
Yeah, I don't think I want to do chaos anymore.
I want to go home.
What's the point in complaining about Dad not being home when we're not there?
Can't go. We haven't finished.
Whatever lesson you're planning on us learning, it isn't working.
We weren't planning on you learning a lesson, you idiots! It was never about you. We just needed someone gullible and easy to use.
What?
Look, kids, it's really quite simple. The Christmas and holidays ghosts always get all of the praise and the best jobs. We've been pushed down our whole undying lives, made to follow the awful storylines. The children, the amateur dramatics. They even made us teach a dog once.
But isn't that fun?
To start with, but now, no one respects us, no one listens to what we have to say. Everyone just writes us off as the second fiddles, the goofballs, never taken seriously and never good enough. Well, we're not playing everyone else's games anymore. It's time to make us the stars of the show. And if we have to destroy Christmas to do that, then so be it.
Aren't you just Christmas, but abbreviated?
That's not the point! Those old sods think they've got a monopoly on Christmas. Well, they've got another thing coming. We get to be in charge now.
We deserve some appreciation, some time on top.
And we're gonna get it. Ruin their job, tear it apart, and make a complete fool of them.
Which really shouldn't be that difficult. They are quite foolish.
There won't be any Christmas holidays anymore. There won't be anything but us. No Halloween, no Easter. Everything will be Xmas. Xmas alone.
But why?
Because Xmas is fun, and people deserve to have fun all year round.
I deserve to have fun all year round.
Look, I know I can be a bit dim sometimes, but even I think this is dodgy. We need to go.
Oh, even if you run, you won't get far. You're still bound by the rules of the story.
What do you mean?
Well, you've met Xmas past and Xmas present. If you go away now, you have Xmas future to deal with.
And is Xmas future like you? Is he scary?
Oh, he's the most evil.
He's as creepy as can be.
If you're gonna run, I'd run stage is set for us to steal the show. We tried being nice, we just got used. Now the trap is sprung and it's time to go.
Experts forever will triumph together. It's time to make them pay. Our foes will rue the day they call us second rate. 'Cause now we'll seal their fate.
Right. Well, I guess that's where I leave you then.
You're leaving me alone.
Look, I really don't have a choice. So Christmas present left you, and if I don't leave you, then you can't really have the experience with your next ghost. Plus, I do really need to get on with work. Boss is going to have my head if I don't figure out what's going on with these Xmas laws.
You're not serious. That's what you care about right now. Bureaucracy.
I don't like it any more than the next ghost, but I really don't have a choice. Our boss is so cool. I shudder to think what'll happen if I stay just one moment longer. I'm sorry I couldn't stay. Good luck with your next ghost. Try not to be too scared.
Too scared? What do you mean? Spirit, come back. What did you mean, don't be scared? What is that? Who are you? What is going on? Oh! Oh my lord! What are you? Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You're about to show us the shadows of things that have not happened yet, but will happen in the time before us. Isn't that so, Spirit?
What's happening? Haven't you read the book? The ghost of Christmas yet to come doesn't speak.
Oh, well, that's a bit rubbish. This is light entertainment. We can't have a character that doesn't speak.
None of the future ghosts can talk.
No, no, no. There's 3 of them. We can't have that. I've got an idea. Why don't we give them all voices?
How do we do that?
So, we just concentrate really, really hard. 3, 2, 1, and go!
I really don't think that.
Bonsoir, Ebenezer!
Wait, what? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any spectre I have seen. Will you not speak to me so I may understand?
Indeed, I am the ghost of Christmas future. I am here to guide you, Ebenezer. Come avec moi, and let us see the coming future.
Spirit, please, speak so I may understand you.
The spirit is speaking to you, old man. Are you deaf?
Maybe he just doesn't like the French. He's a Dickens character. Natural.
Come with me, Ebenezer.
I beg of you, please speak to me.
Well, that went terribly.
Maybe magical powers and wine don't mix?
I dread to think what the other future ghosts are going to sound like.
Oh, let's keep moving on. Next Christmas.
Aren't you the ghost of Christmas present? Surely you can't be dealing with next Christmas.
ghost could do something?
That won't work. So far, I've had to beg just to move on to next Christmas.
Next Christmas? You best be moving on. No, wait! Xmas Future is coming and is gonna get us! Xmas Future? Well, that's not very Christmassy, is it? Let me go see if I can talk to this Xmas Future.
I don't think that talk's going to go very well.
Look, if anything, it'll be a distraction. Let's go.
We can't leave.
I don't think we have much of a choice. A ghost can't exactly be hurt, right? You lot, on the other hand.
But where do we go?
I don't know, but I'm going to do my best to get you all home as soon as possible.
Okay. Xmas Future, what are you doing here? Are you trying to join in the Christmas spirit? Ho, ho, ho! What was that?
Don't look back, just run! What?
Turn around!
Don't look back, just keep running! Okay. Is everybody okay?
1, 2, 3, 4. All of us. Good.
No, Martha, there should be 5 of us!
Wait.
You mean, oh my god, the ghost got Tim!
Well, little missy. It looks like you're in quite a bit of trouble.
Oh, dear Lord, no!
I'm the ghost of Holiday's future, my darling, and it's probably best if you come with me.
Nope, there's a little boy in danger and we have to go save him.
Yeah, that's just not how this story goes, sweetie. Let's get moving, shall we?
Still think giving the future ghost voices was a good idea?
Well, at least they can hear this one.
Somehow, I doubt they're counting that as a blessing.
Get off me!
You get off.
Oh, I can't believe I have to work with you.
Trust me, Christmas, I'm not enjoying it either.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, we don't even know where the Xmas ghosts are.
Well, maybe if we find the Cratchit kids.
Oh, are we looking for the Cratchit kids? Well, if we find the Xmas ghost, we can find the Cratchit kids.
And if we find the Cratchit kids, we can find the Xmas ghost. Doesn't really help us, does it?
No. How was Ebenezer when you left him?
Complaining.
Ah, so he's alright, good to hear.
And your Christmas present will be joining us soon, and then we can figure something out.
What do we do in the meantime?
What do we normally do?
Our jobs.
Right, but solving this problem is our job now.
No. My job is to go to the past, show some things, and then pass them on to the next ghost. It's the same job I've been doing for thousands of years.
You do it with such little complaining.
Well, do you have any ideas of how we can solve this?
Yes, we could. No, that wouldn't work. So instead, we. No, that would just take all my carrots. No, I have no clue.
Oh, at least Christmas present will be here soon, and then we'll have 4 ghosts against 3.
Easy as pie.
Oh, is it now? What kind of pie?
No particular kind of pie, it's just an expression.
I was trying to be cool.
It didn't work.
Whatever.
You smart bunch of Christmas and holidays ghosts. You think you're so special, don't you?
Yes.
Well, you're not, so how?
Just come with us. Give up.
Why would we do that?
We've been sent here specifically to stop you.
Because we can do this.
Go us. The boss really shouldn't have sent them here. It just makes things easy for us.
Well, we want to show the boss that he doesn't know everything, so this is perfect. Come on, let's take him away.
Ooh, can we do the evil laugh again?
No, my throat is starting to hurt. We should save it for the finale.
I guess so.
If you really want, you can do an evil hug.
Oh, thanks.
Come avec moi, Ebenezer. I have some interesting stories to show you.
Spirit, please, I have learned my lesson. I have to go home now.
Nana, darling, let it go first. Just stand there and listen, s'il vous plaît.
I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
I suppose that's me, is it? I've died and not a soul cares.
Ooh la la! How touchy tonight, aren't we?
Now, I know this problem don't mean much to you, but as a ghost of great importance, I understand the world in a way that might trouble your sensibilities.
Does your accent make you an ass, or is that just a coincidence?
You are a funny one, Carol Scrooge.
Can I punch the ghost? Look, we need to move on.
Yeah, no, sweetie, we got an important lesson to learn here, and we just can't move on until that lesson has been learned.
What has he done with his money?
Well, it's bound to be a very funeral for my life. I don't know anyone but her to go to it.
Suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
Oh, let me guess. My uncle is dead, and I'm the only one going to his funeral for probably selfish reasons. You know, this is cruel, showing me people being rude about my family, making me think about his death. His mom's lunch is provided.
Well, he's got his own at last.
So I am told. Can we move on, please?
No. You just don't seem to understand the profound life lesson we all could be learning here.
And you don't seem to understand that a child has been kidnapped.
Do you forgive me?
No! Let's move on.
Now we return to my own grave. Please, no. But dear, you do not seem to be enjoying yourself, Ebenezer. Is there something wrong?
Spirit, I beg of thee. I see how I've been a cruel and mean man, and I've not led a good life, but this is senseless. I want to go back and change things. I see now how my actions have hurt people, and I want to make things better, save Bob Cratchit's Christmas. But if you force me to stay here, I may miss Christmas altogether, miss the chance to right my wrongs. What good does that do anyone? Uncle?
Wait, are we?
The grave. My grave. But no one came to the funeral.
That can't be true. I'd be there.
Really?
Of course. Listen, Uncle, I'm sorry I made you feel like I don't love you exactly as you are. You're my family, and I want to spend time with you, not dozens of people I've forced into having a good time. You and Fred, that's all that matters. Christmas is about family and looking out for each other, and I should have been thinking about that, not forcing you to enjoy it the way I wanted you to.
No. You were just trying to help, Carol. I should
shouldn't have been so hard-headed about everything. When I think about the way that I've treated poor Bob, working him to the bone, maybe I should close the office more often. Give us a chance to see our family yet more. Me.
I like that, Uncle.
Miss Scrooge! Wait, Mr. Scrooge, the ghost is coming back!
Right, the epiphany later. Now this is more important.
Why have you got those kids with you?
Long story. Short version, their brother's been kidnapped by an evil ghost.
Well, better go help him.
That's what we said, but the ghost won't let us.
Thank goodness for that.
Thank goodness!
Isn't this bad?
It's terrible. It's the ghost of Xmas future.
Come to take us away.
Exactly. Look, Tim has been taken by the ghost of Xmas future. If we want to get to Tim, the easiest way to find him is through the ghost of Xmas future.
I wish I could follow your logic, but désolé, I cannot.
Okay, you can stop that now. We're not going to put up a fight.
We're not?
We're not.
We're not. That's the best way to save Tim. Carol's right.
Okay, ghost, do your worst.
Thank you, future. Managed to get them all in one fell swoop.
I always knew you were impressive.
Now, don't be thinking yourself special, partners. This here was our choice.
We have chosen to surrender.
Six ghosts completely under our control. I can't believe how easy that was.
Please, if you've got 6 ghosts, you don't need one tiny human.
Yeah, you can give us our brother back, can't you?
Oh no, you all know far too much now. We gave you the big evil monologue and everything. Our plan would never work if you went blabbing to our boss.
And as you can imagine, that is not something we want to happen.
Look, we don't want to be any trouble.
We just want to go home. Please, can you just let us go home to our parents?
I literally just explained why I can't do that.
I'll handle this. Look, we can't let you go home, but what if? What if we sent you to a small pocket dimension where there's no one there but you, and you get to have as much fun as you want for all eternity?
That sounds like the exact opposite of what we want. Yeah, I don't think that works as a compromise.
Well, it works for me.
Finally, those pesky little rats are out of the way. Time for us to take what is rightfully ours.
You have a point. I just don't think we should take it through scaring and hurting children. That's a bit evil, isn't it?
You've been doing evil last for the past hour.
Fair point. What should we do with those two?
Ah, yes. The Scrooges. What do you think we should do with you?
I think you should let us go. Go back to your boss to be fired, and then forced to do, I don't know, what's the punishment for ghosts?
Haunting politicians?
No, we are not going back to our boss. We are never going to be forced to do his dirty work again. Besides, you wanted to get rid of Christmas. No more Christmas, no more humbug holiday for you to deal with.
And Carol, the holidays will last forever now. People having fun, enjoying themselves all the time.
I don't really think you can have both of those things.
Well, you can, because we will make it happen. It'll be great. The holidays will last forever. Everyone will enjoy it and keep Xmas the way it's meant to be kept.
You don't keep Christmas. You don't even keep Xmas.
Yeah, and if you have a way you decide to keep it in your own way, and let us keep it in ours.
That's rich. Coming from the girl that thinks you have to celebrate Christmas every single day of December.
The holiday cheer is one thing, but Christmas is one day a year. If people don't want to celebrate that day, then it's up to them.
But if people want to spend that day with their family, look after each other, and try to make each other smile, I don't think that's such a bad thing, do you?
This is ridiculous.
What do you possibly think you can do against us?
This is what you wanted. This is as much for you as it is for us.
Oh, I don't think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us. December 24th. Are you ready for the battle for Christmas? Question in hand. Will Team Scrooge save the day? Or will the Xmas Ghost end Christmas once and for all?
And now we're here to call you in. I'll be your ruler. I cannot see how you fell for our lives, but no matter. All I have to say is goodbye.
Sir, in all my time I've never seen a family more disturbed. Now, place your bets as to which of them is worse. Miss Karen here or Branagh with a foot in the hearse.
Aww. You want some attention? You're heading in the cab.
It's in a different dimension.
Our friends, well, it's servants, I'm afraid, expecting them to make your Christmas. They don't even get paid.
In Ghostland, at least our boss knows it is found. Are you Egyptian? Because I'm seeing dinars. Scrooge's work ethic is an outrageous demand. Although he wants to see his family at Christmas, can you not understand?
Scrooge used to be generous and lovely, but now he's got his cold stripped of all mercy. This battle and this earthly life has not gone well. It's not the first time your life has been ruined by a cow.
Okay, Xmas Ghost! Team Scrooge, your response.
Xmas, that was a real nice declaration. You had good points. We gotta make some alterations. But you and Christmas, sorry, hon, that's a real holiday, not just abbreviation.
I see the love reflect in retrospect, but we are trying to change, maybe that you can respect. I think you're jealous, you're bitter and you're venomous. If you were number one, who gave you the sherry enema?
You're electric from a spectral quilt. Look, don't blame us for the liberties that you took. Do you like heroes yet? You spectral captors? Ask Bob how he feels about his Kris Kringle kidnapped.
You're not villains, just like some Hamlet cartoons. Past, you're not the Joker, you're a maniacal clown. Present's an idiot, and future's just a doll in a gown.
Xmas trio standing up for all that's tacky. Bereft of friends, not even 2 minions or a lackey. All your evil plans are foiled tonight by our rapid wacky Ebenezer Carole tag team in these rules of stacky.
Looking at me like two French hens, I'll shove the partridge and the battery right up your rear end.
You really aren't in the holiday spirit. You couldn't even handle little Christmas wrapping.
How did any of this possibly help you?
Oh, it didn't. We just needed a distraction.
I won't do anything. Please don't hurt me. Wait, I'll just...
Carol! Well, I guess I showed them.
We're fine. That was very impressive. What were you waiting for?
They had us tied up.
And you suddenly got untied how?
I remember the ghost are incorporeal.
Ah, we...
Excellently done. Now we can bring in the Christmas spirit
Will you
and
just-
cheer it.
Shut up.
Oh, holidays present, Christmas present. Why don't you take Xmas Ghost back to the boss?
They won't be causing us any more trouble.
No! They won't. I am very disappointed in how all of you have carried out your duties this evening.
We are sorry, boss. We promise to do better next time.
Yeah, real sorry.
You better. Now let's go.
You are joking, right?
I'm sorry? Do you mean to say that tonight was anything other than a complete failure?
No, it was a disaster. But that's all because of you.
respect.
I knew you'd understand, Ebenezer.
This is not the way you talk to a man like this.
How dare you treat those ghosts like this? They work so hard for you, and you can't even thank them, show them some respect, give them a day off. Do you know how hard they try to obey your ridiculous orders day after day? They deserve so much more than you.
We just wanted some respect.
Exactly, and they deserve it.
This is wretch coming from you. Besides, what are you going to do about it? I am an all-powerful ghost. And you, well, you are just some old man.
Oh yes, I am. Do you really want to deal with me when I become a ghost myself?
Good point. Maybe we should go back to the office and discuss some time off. Go all over.
What about retirement?
And promotions.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about all that. Let's just, please, let's just go.
Did you just threaten him with your own death?
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Oh my god, the Cratchit kids!
Do not worry, I can deal with that. Oh, that was really weird.
Carole, Mr. Scrooge, are you okay?
You defeated the ghosts?
Well, sort of. We sang at them, and then Holidays Past punched them.
You did?
It was awesome. Very awesome. I'm not doing it again. Sorry.
Come on, Scrooge, let's get you home.
This is it. No more tricks. I get to go home.
Oh, why not? You have officially saved Christmas, after all.
Did you hear that, Ebenezer? You saved Christmas! Don't you imagine how proud of yourself you must be feeling? All that Christmas cheer you must be experiencing!
Oh, Future, why didn't you take the Cratchit kids home?
Until then, mon petit chauffeur, allons-y!
Carol, it looks like it's just me left to take you home then.
Oh, no. I've had quite enough of you for one night. Thank you very much.
Well then, Howie, I'll be on my way.
It's all right, Carol. I'll take you home.
Thank you, Ebenezer, truly.
Oh, thank you. Now, can we please go home?
I think I can do that.
Today, I have missed it. Do you know the poulterers on the next street but one at the corner?
Yes, sir. I'm headed there now, actually.
A remarkable child. Do you know if they still have the prize turkey there? Not the small turkey, the big one.
The one as big as me?
Go and buy it. Take it to the Cratchit's house on Bayham Street. I'll meet it there. There's a crown in it for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I know you all worked so hard on this, and I forced you into helping me, but I don't want to force you into doing anything else. The party is canceled. Please, go home and enjoy Christmas with your families. I'll make sure that you are all reimbursed for your time, and if there's anything you ever need from me, don't hesitate to ask. It's yours.
What are you doing, Carol?
Uncle, it's so good to see you. I wasn't sure the spirits would get you home okay.
Of course they did, but we should make sure the Cratchits got home okay.
No, you go ahead, Uncle. I've learned Christmas isn't about me forcing people to enjoy themselves.
No, it's not. It's about spending time with the people you care about. I think we both care enough about those kids to make sure those idiot spirits got them home all right.
But what if they don't want me there?
Then go somewhere else. It's Christmas Carole. You should spend it with family.
I suppose I do need to make up for all the time I dragged their dad away from them.
Exactly. And I think it's about time Bob got his Christmas bonus. Starting right now.
What?
Mr. Scrooge!
Carol!
You're okay, you're here.
We are, and is the turkey I ordered? I'm sorry. Didn't feel right turning up without food to offer you.
What's all this, Mr. Scrooge?
It's no problem, Bob. The Scrooges are here to join us for dinner, it seems. Gabard's helping me in the kitchen.
Oh, no, I can do that. If you don't mind, Mrs. Cratchit.
Emily, please. And that would be lovely.
Bob deserves to sit down after all this hard work. But you can't let us forget to go shopping.
But it's Christmas Day. All the shops will be closed.
Oh, no. But that's okay. I know it's disappointing, but I've learned now it's not what Christmas is really about. As long as we're all here together, that's enough.
But tomorrow they'll be open. Yes, and there'll be lots of presents for everyone. Why don't you all tell me what you want for Christmas?
So is that it? Are we done? No, we can't be done. We haven't passed our assessment yet.
Well, we might have done. We did do some rating.
As we ought to call it.
Yes. Can we help you?
Yes. You're meant to be assessing us.
We are? I thought you were just shadowing us, getting to know how things worked.
Hey, you bonked off half the script!
You made us the narration.
You got drunk. All good points. All good points. But look, there was never any junior narrator test anyway. We made it up to make you listen to us.
But you said that...
From the way you've handled all of this, I'd say you're just about ready to become full-fledged narrators yourselves.
Really?
Yes! Thank you! Thank you!
Well, in all seemed to turn out all right in the end.
I just wish we'd known what we were doing when we started.
And maybe not gotten quite so drunk halfway through.
Still, I suppose there's only one way to end the show.
Together?
Together.
Oh, I do love you, Chazzy.
I love you too. And don't call me Chazzy. Come on now.
God bless us, everyone.